Please consider subscribing and liking if you enjoyed the video. Thank you. Young Swiss woman Carola and her long-term partner Stefan are on vacation in Kenya. The pair thinks their relationship is unbreakable. They choose to travel to Mombasa. At that moment, Carola's eyes catch sight of Lemalian, a handsome Maasai warrior from the Samburu tribe. Their eyes connect, and as they exchange passionate looks, it's clear that they are both captivated by one another. The pair runs into danger in Mombasa as local goons start following them. Fortunately, they come across Lemalian, who sends the thugs running when they see the Samburu warrior. Lemalian helps the couple return to the ferry and speaks English. Stefan is completely unaware of his girlfriend's developing obsession with Lemalian. The couple misses their bus as a result, and Lemalian offers to drive them to their resort. The sexual tension between them intensifies throughout the bus ride. At the resort, Stefan becomes irritated by Carola's efforts to spend more time with Lemalian. When Carola asks him to snap a picture, Stefan guesses he wants money, and Lemalian is offended by his clumsy act. Carola decides to go dancing with Lemalian after becoming upset by Stefan's actions. They become absorbed in one another, but when Lemalian gets too close to his wife, Stefan shows up and fights with him. Carola, thankfully, intervenes and bids Lemalian farewell. Why is Lemalian so ingrained in Carola's mind? And why has Stefan failed to capture her attention recently? She just must take action since Lemalian has captured her heart. Stefan is informed by her at the airport that she won't be traveling back with him. Stefan is startled that Carola is ready to put their union in danger for selfish desires. They break up, and Stefan leaves alone because Carola can no longer contain her feelings. Carola learns through Lemalian's buddy that he has already left for his hometown of Barkalaw, necessitating a lengthy travel on her part to find him. She travels for kilometers over dry terrain on multiple buses, driven by an unquenchable yearning to reunite with a man she doesn't even know. Carla's impulsivity is out of character for her. Carla shows the villagers Lemalian's photo as they reach their destination. Elizabeth, a European woman who lives in the hamlet with her Kenyan husband. Carola is told by Elizabeth Carola is not allowed to travel alone in the remote village of Barceloi. Word will eventually get to Lemalian, and if he really wants her, he will go looking for her. Elizabeth informs her about the Samburu tribe over the course of the following few days, whose male members primarily serve as herdsmen. In stark contrast to European traditions, the relationships between men and women are very different. In this case, a woman's desires are unimportant. Anything a woman owns is automatically his property. Any sensible arguments are overridden by Carola's intense longing to be with Lemalian. She believes that he is the cause of her birth. Lemalian finally shows up after several days. She obediently follows him as he leads her to a lodge. After giving his soldiers the order to leave them alone, the two of them start getting close. She then makes the decision to depart since she feels violated by his behavior. She wonders if this was the most stupid choice she has ever made. Unaware of the consequences of his actions, Lemalian approaches her at that very moment and offers to take her in as his wife. Carola, overcome with excitement, she consents to live with him. They walk to Bar Salui, which is deep in the mountains and removed from contemporary conveniences. The village is without running water, power, and stores, but there are cows there, a large number of cattle. Carola is warmly welcomed by everyone when Lemalian presents his mother to her. They converse with her in a language that she just partially understands. Lemalian's hut is where Carola first moves in with him. The following morning, Lemalian gives Carola some meat for breakfast. When she is about to take a shower, he rushes over to her and leads her away from other males. He takes her to a personal geyser where he compliments her and assists her with her grooming. Later, when they are close to each other, Carola restrains him from being aggressive and instructs him on how to be gentle, pursuing their mutual enjoyment and love. Carola meets an Italian missionary priest named Father Bernardo, who also dwells in the area as she starts to feel more at home in Bar Salui. She makes an effort to get to know him and asks if he can assist her in finding some meals with a European flair. The same day, Carola is found living in Bar Salui without a marriage or a permit, according to the village's mini-chief. The man accepts the kid's offer of bribery, but he tells Carola that until she gets the required documents from Nairobi, he won't tolerate her presence for long. Lemalian wants to help Carola, but is uncomfortable about how autonomous she is for a woman. He travels with her to Nairobi to finish the necessary paperwork. Even though some beermen are forbidden from dining with women, they are permitted to do so because they are not present at Barceloi. Carola still has a problem with the food, though. The couple lets their passions go wild in a calm setting, away from their hut, and discovers that they genuinely satisfy each other's needs. In spite of having a robust immune system, Carola has malaria and discovers this after fainting one evening. Lemalian cares for his girlfriend throughout the course of the next few days. Lemalian's outfit prevents him from entering when the pair eventually goes to arrange Carola's paperwork. He starts fighting with the guard because he feels insulted. Carola offers to step in and advises her to enter on her own. Lemalian tells her not to treat him like a pet dog, because this has hurt his ego. Carola purchases him some Western clothing from a flea store in an effort to heal their relationship. They also succeed in obtaining all of Carola's required paperwork. Then Carola calls her mother and asks for a money transfer. Lemalian, though, is uneasy after witnessing her cordial conversation with the teller. Carola uses the money she was given to buy a used truck to make transportation easier. They can now get food from the local town more quickly. Lemalian is enthusiastic about the truck and eager to get behind the wheel. Carola reluctantly gives him the key. She becomes agitated as a result of Lemalian's careless driving, which causes him to crash into a tree. Lemalian's immature behavior infuriates Carola. Lemalian then walks away, hurt. Men are not used to being ruled by women in Samburu society. Carola acknowledges that she will always have to apologize and takes the initiative to do so. She wonders if love alone can keep a relationship going with such poor communication. Lemalian is later told by Carola that she plans to go back to Switzerland and sell her store, giving them extra money. At that point, Lemalian begs her to pledge that she will come back before making a marriage proposal. The couple is prepared to live together for the rest of their lives, as her family in Switzerland realizes there is nothing they can do to stop this farce. When she learns that Stefan has found new love with another lady, she is relieved and delighted. Lemalian is pleased that Carola has actually chosen him over everything else, feeling overjoyed that she has finally put her past life behind. She presents him with a traditional Swiss cowbell for his favorite cow and delivers gifts for all of Lemalian's family members. Joined Carola in celebrating the union on the day of their wedding. Carola feels cherished as she observes Lemalian's enthusiasm about their future together. The marriage has finally been consummated, but can two people from quite different backgrounds coexist peacefully? When Carola sees a young girl being forced to a cruel operation one day, she runs to Lemalian and begs him to put an end to the cruelty. She is shocked when he declines, claiming that it is their custom and must be followed. Carola turns to Father Bernard in a desperate attempt to get assistance. However, he explains to her that it is not the responsibility of white people to force their viewpoints on members of other cultures. He tells her that Lemalian's people have been quite patient with her when she insisted that they needed to be told right from wrong. She must keep in mind the importance of the Samburu tribe's beliefs. Another time, Carola tries to help a woman going through a difficult labor, but Lemalian warns her not to touch the woman since she might be possessed. This idea seems strange to Carola, who tries to aid the woman with the help of another girl, but their efforts are fruitless. Carola begs and cries for help from others. Lemalian, unable to bear to see his wife in such anguish, at last comes forward and assists in carrying the woman to the truck. He then turns around and leaves. When Carola gets to the hospital, it's too late. Carola is carrying the dead infant, while the nurses transport the unconscious mother. Later, she confides in Elizabeth that the longer she stays with Lemalian, the less comprehension she has of him. Lemalian is informed by Carola that she intends to open a store that will remove the need for the villagers to make lengthy treks for supplies and also give them access to cuisine that matches her palate. But as Carola engages with male clients, he grows more wary. Additionally, he assumes control over the shop's finances and requests that she hire the mini-chief's nephew. One evening, Father Bernardo apologizes to Carola for his earlier harshness and expresses his joy at learning that she actually cares about the Samburu people. However, he advises her to avoid mingling with other men in the community, because doing so would put her marriage to Lemalian in danger. Lemalian is doing his best to be helpful, but he might never be able to comprehend that men and women can have non-sexual relationships. When Carola gets pregnant, Father Bernardo's prophecies start to come true. As Lemalian becomes suspicious, she is accused of keeping a boyfriend hidden in her store. He even begins to question the child's parentage. These charges cause Carola great distress. Lemalian's mother steps in and forces him to apologize, but Carola worries if he will ever completely stop questioning her. Carola gives birth that night, and because of her, she's been taken to a hospital that treats visitors because of difficulties. The couple names their gorgeous daughter Sarai. When Carola gets back to work, she learns that Lemalian mismanaged the money and gave out too much credit. She ceases giving out credit in an effort to fix the situation. She fires the nephew of the mini-chief, who had been stealing from her, despite Lemalian's warning. That evening, the nephew arrives at their hut and makes an attempt to kill Carola. Lemalian, though, beats him and chases the child away. Later, when the nephew is found to have committed the crime, the village chief orders the mini-chief to compensate Carola with 5 goats. Carola hopes Lemalian will accept the herd as part of his own flock by bringing it to him. She is informed by Lemalian that he will never be willing to go to such far as to look after his wife's goats. However, unable to effectively address and care for their failing marriage, Lemalian and Carola experience intense anguish in their crumbling union. Lemalian has a growing mistrust of Carola as Sarai becomes older despite her repeated pledges of her loyalty. He charges her with sleeping with her clients for cash one night. He then hits her as a result of the ensuing argument. She hits him back after being provoked. Lemalian tries to kill her because he has never experienced such extreme humiliation. The following day, Lemalian chops off his hair, a symbol of his affluence. He asks Carola if she appreciates him now as he stops by her shop wearing Western attire. Father Bernardo arrives just then, and Lemalian grabs him by the collar and claims that he is his wife's boyfriend. But Carola stops him, and he storms out. Carola resolves to act after realizing she can no longer proceed in this way. She informs Lemalian the following day that her mother wants to see Sarai. She therefore plans to spend 2 weeks back in Switzerland. Carola says goodbye to her mother-in-law, while a worried Lemalian looks on as Sarai is given a formal send-off. Lemalian feels hesitant at the bus terminal and declines to sign the necessary paperwork for Sarai. Carola then begins to run towards the bus, closely followed by Lemalian. She promises to return when he asks if she'll do so. He reluctantly signs the documents, but he informs Carola that he is aware that she won't ever come back. She looks at him with a sad look in her eyes, knowing that she will never return.